Hello, thank you so much for joining me, and today we're going to be doing crafts with mudlarking finds. Right, what I'm going to do now is going to do the decopatch on one of these jars. I've chosen this one because it had a chip in it, and I filled it. So it's a mended one. So I'm going to cover that one, but you can do any of them. You can do this shape. See, if it's marked like that, you might want to cover it up. It's still a usable jar. It's, you know, still plenty of life left in it. So yeah, any jar. I'm chosen this one because it's got the chip in the corner. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to decopatch it with some old newspaper. You can use decopatch papers, any paper at all, not card, it wouldn't go on it. So I've got an old newspaper which I use, and this is a 1944 newspaper, and so this is what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be ripping it up and sticking it on, and I'll show you the glue that I use. The glue that I use is, there are lots of different ones. You can use Mod Podge, all sorts of different ones, but I use this one, decopatch. You can get it in all different sizes. Got a nice big bottle there. Okay. Right, I need to find a nice big brush. Here we go, a brush. And what we're going to do is, let's see what we've got. Got some adverts here. Got some adverts, so I'm going to try and get the adverts onto here as well. Okay, so you don't want to be too stingy with your glue. So first of all, I would put your glue on. Nice and generous with that glue. Right, that won't fully fit on, but just tear it. So big it is. But we can get the picture of him on, can't we? And some of the writing. Don't cut it, because what you don't want is straight edges. So I've just torn it like that. Okay, as you see, just torn it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick it on. I'm going to have it sticking up like that. Okay. Well, I know it needs a little bit more glue under there. So, and then this, with the decopatch glue, you put the glue over the top as well, because it acts as like a glaze. So I only want it to go level with the top. I'm going to cut any excess off with a pair of scissors when I've finished. But yeah, just go all over the top of it with your glue. Like I say, you don't have to use a newspaper. There are other papers you might like to cover it in. The bottom bit I will tuck under. You could cut it off level, but I like to tuck it under, get a nice helping of glue on the bottom there. Yeah, all covered even in that ridge at the top there. Can you see? So you just do that all the way around with all different pieces that you've torn up. Just make sure, get all the edges, and then fold it down like so. And there's gaps as well. So from the bottom of this piece of paper that I tore here, there was that. So we could put that in that gap there. Okay, so you just carry on. You just carry on until you've gone all the way around. It really is as simple as that. I mean, look, I've only put a couple of pieces on and I'm halfway there already. Right, so just let me put this to one side, because in true Blue Peter fashion, here is one that I've already prepared. As you can see, this one's already covered. I've cut any excess off the top, a bit like that. So now it's all about decorating this, and this has got all adverts on as well. But you can just have the newsprint, it doesn't have to have the adverts on it. But yeah, I'll finish that one off. I'll finish that one off later. But just so that we can move along, I had this one prepared. Okay, but what my plans for this is, what I want to do is I want my gilding glue, because I want to gild that top edge for a start. Okay, so there's my gilding glue. There's another brush for it, and then I have to decide what colour I want. My antique colour, I think, something a little bit darker. So it's either that dark one there. I've took the sticker off, so I don't know what shade that is. Or that one, which is a bit more coppery. And I think I'm going to go for that one, my favourite one, which is always my go-to one. Yeah, we'll try that one. Okay. So what I want to do is I just want to do the top edge. Just want to do it sort of up to and into that ridge all the way along. So get my gilding glue. Right, so you know the score. I don't know if it will stick actually to the lip, to the top rim, but I'm going to put it on just in case it does stick, because quite often if it's on glazed pottery, it tends to rub off the glazed pottery. But we'll try it. We'll give it a go. Doesn't matter if it rubs off, but at least we give it a try. Right. So yeah, we just need the gilding glue to go all the way around. You can do it as light, you can put it on in patches, you can put it around the bottom, put it in stripes, or don't do it at all. You don't need to. This is just an extra way to decorate it. Right, so you know the score now. We have to leave that about 20 minutes to dry, and then we'll come back to it and start embellishing it even more. Okay, the gilding glue has dried now. We've left it about 20 minutes. And I'm going to use my favourite gilding flakes, which are these darker coloured ones. I must get some more of those. I've got plenty of the lighter ones, but I'm always drawn to this one. Right, okay. So I shall put some on the tray. And then I'll use a dry brush. That's not a dry brush. I will use a nice dry, soft brush, just a big brush. And I will stick the flakes onto the glue. Just pushing them on with the brush. Get them to stick. around the edge as well. And then once we've pressed them on, just give it a brush. Brush it off and all the other flakes will just fall into your tray. I'm not going to brush on the top edge too much because, like I said, sometimes on a glaze it tends to slide off the glaze and I wouldn't mind it just staying on. So give it a nice brisk rub around the edge though, like so. I'm just going to put some more on the tray, just a little bit more. And I'm going to put that down again, put the lip on it, get the lip with the flakes on, and then push the gilding flakes onto where I've put the glue. You don't have to put the gilding flakes on your jar. I just think it adds a little bit of something. But yeah, you don't have to. You could paint it even. You don't even have to have gilding flakes. You could paint it if you've got some, any paint, any colour, whatever. Even if you had a gold paint. Just the more you add, the more special it is, isn't it? Right, so I'd say that is gilded. Yeah, so like I say, a 1944 newspaper. They go a very long way. And it's nice to reuse it rather than just have it sat on a shelf. Okay, I'm just going to put this gilding flake back into the pot because I can still use them. Right, so now I'm choosing what to tie around the top of it. So I've just picked up a few things. I've got this one here. I've had this ages. I've got quite a few different reels of this in different colours, but it's got like the twine on it. It's got like a little leatherette. It's not real leather. It looks like leather, like or suede, and little wooden bits and beads on it. That's a nice one. And then I've just got like a beigey twine, like a paper twine, and just a normal twine. And also this, I've probably got it from the works actually, yeah. So I've got a basket full of all sorts of stuff and I just grabbed these ones. So that one. So you know what, we'll try it on and see what we think. But I also want to add something. I don't know whether to. So that's the wrong colour. I might gild it. Add it, or even. Yeah, I want to add something to it as well, not just have that around the edge. Okay. So I will cut a few of these. If I don't use it on this one, I can use it on another. So I'll cut it and then I'm going to see what it all looks like together. About trial and error. And if you haven't got any string, you know, every time you buy something, not every time, sometimes when you buy stuff, it comes with a ribbon wrapped on it or some twine. This is the hoarder in me speaking here. Just save it. Save it, put it in a basket, put it in a box. And you can maybe use it for something like this, can't you? So it doesn't have to be an old bottle that you've dug up. It could be an old jar, a coffee jar, could be anything. See how I feel about them. Like I say, if I don't use them for this, I can use them for something else. And put all that to one side. Have to put it in the basket. Right, okay. I think I definitely want that one. So I'm just going to tie it round. So it looks. Yep. Don't know where that piece I've just cut's gone. There it is. Okay, definitely want that because it's lighter. You know what? I'm just going to put them all together. I am going to have them all. Right, I've tied it on now. You can see I put all of them on. Like But I do want to add something else. I want to add something else to it, but I'm not sure what. So, a case of trial and error, just grabbing a few things and seeing what you think. There is that with Manchester on it. That was a good find. Do you remember we found it in Yorkshire on the icy dump? Manchester on that side. And something lardy, I don't know. Still don't know what that says. Anyway, but that's got Manchester on it, so could put that there, like that. Maybe. Let's try some other things. Frozen Charlotte. It's okay, but it's very, very bright white, isn't it? So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to gild it. I do want a Frozen Charlotte on it, so I'm going to gild it. You know the score? Gilding glue. And gilding these is also a bit like gilding the shiny pottery. It doesn't always take, and sometimes you have to give it a few coats because it's smooth. So the glue wants to just rub off. So bear that in mind if you're going to gild something that's shiny. Try and avoid it if you can. At all costs, try and avoid it. But I want this gilded, so I'm prepared to give it a couple of coats. So I'll tell you what, I'll bring you back when it's finished, because you know how to do it. You put the glue on, you wait for it to dry, you gild it. If there's any spots that haven't took the gilding because it's rubbed off, put the glue on again, wait again, and do the same. And I'll bring you back when it's finished. Okay, so yes, it did take 2 coats of gilding glue and flakes because it was rubbing off because it's a shiny surface. But yeah, 2 coats and it's done. And also I've attached some pipe stems. You can see I've just put wire through them. Sorry. And then threaded it through just to attach it. I might attach that one, I'm not sure yet. I've also put some glue on the knot. Just some clear glue there, just so it holds it all together. Right, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue that, and I want to glue it there on the knot, I think. So I'm going to use my silicone glue. If you remember, it dried up at that end. Sorry, so I have to keep snipping it at the other end. But a nice big dollop of the silicone glue on the back of this figure. And stick it on there like that. And I think, you know what, I think I'm not going to add that third one, but there you go. Just wait for it to dry and it's done. But there you have it, a pot covered in a 1944 newspaper. Used decopatch glue to stick it on and go over the surface at the same time to create like a varnish on it. Twines and string and all sorts of things. Pipe stems, a little gilded Frozen Charlotte, and there you have it. A jar you can use for whatever. Put your pens in it, put your brushes in it, but it's just a nice usable jar. Why not have a go and show me. If you've made something, please feel free to email me. I'm sure my email will be down there somewhere. Yeah, make it and show me what you've done. It doesn't have to be all vintage things, it could be a modern day coffee jar. There you go. Oh, I just want to point out that bottle there. Can you see in that advert? That is my favourite type of bottle. The thin ones, the little corking. Look, this label on. But that's my favourite type of bottle. And when I saw that advert, I thought, yeah, that's definitely going on my jar. Right, I've had an idea. What I want to do is, I've took all my pipe bowls out of my picture frame and just left the pipe stems. Okay, so my pipe stems are in, I'll get the picture frame in a bit and show you for the people that haven't seen it. So my pipe stems are in there, and I've took the pipe bowls out. Not that I've got many, but a few. I want to store my pipe bowls separately. So I've come up with an idea. I've no idea if it's going to work or not. But yeah, let's give it a go. What I've bought is a glass brick, I suppose you call it. They're quite thick. They have an opening where you can put things in. I've no idea if that goes at the top or the bottom. I'm presuming the top. So yeah, my idea is to fill it with pipe bowls. So I need to decorate the front and maybe around the edge as well. But yeah, like my pipe stem one, it's easily filled. As if a pipe bowl goes in it. And it does. Phew, I never thought would it actually fit through, and they do. So that was a close call. This nearly never happened. So okay, right. I have cut out some words in vinyl. Just let me get them. So this was my idea. I've cut these out in some black vinyl. It obviously says Pipe Dreams, and then a pipe. And I was hoping to stick it on there, and then maybe wrap something around the edge, do something, and stick the pipe bowls in. So, and start filling it with pipe bowls because I've only got a few. Right, so I've already put if you haven't got a cutting machine, what you could do is if you printed it out and then use a craft knife to cut round it. That's the way around it, isn't it? I'm lucky. I've got a cutting machine. It cuts out any phrase, any pictures that I want. But other than that, you could print it in black on your printer and then just cut it out with a knife or a pair of scissors. Do it in a bigger font, thicker font if it's easy for you to cut out. But yeah, you could do it that way. Right, so I've already put the backing paper on it. As I can see there, it's not quite lifted off, so I'll just take that off. Okay, and what I want to do, let me just get it in. Let me focus that on there, 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna try and get it straight. Straight. Make sure straight and in the middle ish. Right, okay, can you see? So what I do now is I press the letters on just with my finger, press the picture of the pipe on. This tape isn't as sticky, it's just sticky enough to pick up that. Right, so I'll give it a bit of a rub with my finger. Peel it back carefully. Just put that down, roll it back. Don't do it too quickly because sometimes it just needs to have another push down. Okay, and that's rubbish. That one is folded back on itself. 1 second. Let me unfold it. Hopefully rescue it. Can you see it folded back on itself? So I'm just uncurling it. These things happen. Press it down. Okay. Make sure it's all firmly down. There you go. It says, oops, you see that? Pipe Dreams. Okay, I'm just going to pop my pipes in there. No, I'm not. I'm going to decorate the outside edge. So I can't decorate the outside edge. Just shows you, see, you've got to think on your feet. I can't decorate the outside edge because I won't be able to get the pipes in. So I'm going to put the pipes in first, then I'm going to decorate the outside edge, and I'm going to decorate it in a way that this can be taken off. So whatever I tie around there, I have to be able to move it out of the way to get this off to be able to fill it. Okay. Or, of course, if you've got lots of pipe bowls and you'll fill it anyway, then fair enough. Right, I don't have many. I think that might be it, actually. Yeah, I think that's it. Pretty poor on my pipe bowls. Okay, I just want to place it in carefully. So I've put it on its side, then they can slide down, can't they? Okay, as you can see, I've not got many pipe bowls unless I can find some downstairs. I've not found that many. But yeah, there you go. It'll store my pipe bowls in. Obviously you can't put it on the wall. It's far too heavy. You could also put in it, actually, thinking about it, some lights. If you have these little lights, these are great. Little copper wire lights. They're inexpensive. They think they work out about £1.25 each if you buy 10 at once. Amazon, that sort of thing. Quite long. Loads of little lights on. You could either put it around the outside edge, or you could just unravel it, poke it in there, and you've got yourself a pipe bowl light. See? That's nice. Right, I'll come back now. I'll just go now and I'll come back in a second and decide what we're going to put around the outside. Right, I've had a rummage through my basket and I've chosen these three. I've chosen that thick, I don't know what colour you'd call that. I don't know, tanned colour. That creamy colour. Vintage one. And this, I think it's wool. It's wool, but it's like a bit loopy. Don't know how you describe it. Don't know. Something a bit different anyway. So, as per usual, like I always do, lump them all together. Do upside down like that. I'm gonna stick that on it. Luckily, it's there's a gap, so I can freely move it. I don't know where I'm going to tie it yet. I haven't tried it out. Yeah, I think on the top. And if you see, although it covers it over, very, very easy to move it and to be able to put more lights in or more pipe bowls in. But how simple is that? Look at that. That's a beautiful. It just takes a glass brick, a bit of lettering. Oops, sorry. A bit of lettering, or you can draw it on. No, if you can draw, you get a glass pen or something, or any sort of permanent marker, I would imagine. I'm not sure. But draw it on. Draw your picture, or you could etch it. Use a stencil and etch onto it. If you get some armour etch. You can etch on glass. It's very, very easy if you've got a stencil. Very easy indeed. But look, it's got my pipe bowls in, and it's a light, and it looks great. And I could add things to this as well. You know what? I'm gonna get my little box with things in, old things, and I might just add a few more bits. Right, I've got my little box of metal things in. They're not old, they're just metal bits and pieces that I've got from when I was making my cards and my scrapbooks and things. But what I'm thinking is something like that. Something like that just to go on there, or maybe on the end of there. These are just split pins. So I can put it on and try it. And if it doesn't work, I can take it off again. So I'm thinking just to decorate along the ribbon. Maybe a different shape. Further down. Yeah, you know what, I like that. It's only little, it's only subtle. Can you see? Just on the ribbon there, but just that little bit of extra something on it. You know what? Less is more, I think. Let's look at all the things in there. Lovely little things to go at this mould. Look at that, I like that. Mick made that for me. Could black gild it. Pipe tree, you know what? Could black gild it. Put it on. I've just taught myself it. I was going to leave it at that. Less is more. That's what we're saying. But now I've spotted this resin pointy finger. I'm going to give it a bit of a sand. Because you know resin is a bit harder to gild because it slides off. But I'm going to resin that. I'm going to gild that. I'm going to gild it in black and stick it on there like that, pointing at my pipe dreams. Yep, that is a definite. Right, I sanded it. I sanded it at first, okay? Give it a little bit of a sand so that it wouldn't slide off quite so easily as it normally does on resin. Right, let me just make sure my hands are dry. No glue. Here we go. Let me just move my phone. You could paint it black. I could have painted it with blackboard paint, to be honest. Anything. And if you haven't, obviously, not everyone's got these. Well, this is been made by Mick. This is our own mould, so you won't have this. But you could cut it out in card. You could cut that shape in cardboard and it'd work equally as well. It's just that if I need anything, Mick moulds it out of clay and then we make a rubber mould out of it, and then I can just cast it in resin then all the time. Sorry. So point your finger. I'm going to stick it there. So I'm just going to lie it on its back 1 second carefully because it's got the pipes in. And I'm going to get, let me just put that, push that there. I'm going to get the silicone glue. this one. If you remember, bunged up that end. So we cut the other end. Right, I have given it a bit of a, you can't see, I don't think. Giving it a bit of a score on the back of there, so it's not quite so slippy, so that I can put a nice big wedge of this on and it will hopefully stick. Let me just seal the end of that glue a second. I'll flatten it down, seal it. Okay, right, make sure there's nothing on my hands again. Should have a little bag of a packet of wipes or something, shouldn't I? Right, there you have it. There you have it. Got a black finger now. I've gilded my finger. There you have it. Pipe Dreams. The little gilded pointy hand pointing to Pipe Dreams, and it's full of the pipe bowls, and the pipe stems are in the other one downstairs. Hope you enjoyed that, and thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to press that notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And also, if you really enjoyed it and you'd like to support this channel, please don't forget we have the Ko-fi link down below where you can donate the price of a coffee. Thanks for watching, bye!